I just want to show you how to keep track of weights and how they are affecting the overall score, because these look as if they're all equal, but you can tell they're in different categories. You have activities and quizzes down here in your footer if you have that visible. So I like to go into the editor and go into the weights tab. And that way you can see what categories you have and how much they're counting towards the total grade. It's very important to go inside each category though and make sure you have multiple assignments, just so one assignment's not counting the total 40, and possibly change the weight of an activity. If it's something that only took 2 minutes of the student's time, you might want to cut it in half from whatever it is so that it counts half as much percent. Makes everything else go up just a little bit, but that is one thing you can do to adjust. Here, there's so many quizzes, they're only counting 1.66% each of this total category weight of 40. So all this would add up to 40. But you can sometimes notice things that are out of place. So this was supposed to be quizzes, but here's a post-test. So you can use little double lines over here to drag it down, put it in the test category. And that way, when you look at the test category, it'll be in there and counting a portion of the total 20% test. So just double check your weights here and your categories and look for things like post-tests that might be in the quiz category, and you just drag those to where they should be. All right, so another way to keep track of your weights is to go into the gradebook and just make sure that you have a footer showing what category you're displaying, so that you'll know these things are in these categories. And that's another way to catch things, like there's that post-test that should be in the tests. You can also temporarily group your gradebook by category right here instead of in date view. And that just double checks as well that you do have multiple things in a category instead of hiding everything but one thing, and now it becomes worth 40% by itself. So this is one way to group your gradebook by activities or quizzes or tests. And you can always switch that back using the cog back to course outline view. And that puts them back in syllabus order, which is usually date order. Using these gradebook weights, you can check the accuracy of your grades often and adjust them as needed.